Welcome to Tri-Valley Sports Final, your program for the best in local sports action. On this week's show, we'll feature football and water polo. Quarterback Mateo Lordi is outstanding as the Livermore Cowboys face the Castro Valley Trojans. Jaden Machado leads the way as the Granada Matadors square off against the Heritage Patriots. And Bryce Oneski lights it up as the Amador Boys water polo team meets Livermore. All that plus Amador Livermore girls water polo and much more right here on Tri-Valley Sports Final. Welcome back to Tri-Valley Sports Final. I'm Ian Bartholomew. On this week's show, we'll see both the Granada Matadors and Livermore Cowboys football teams in action. We'll also see Amador take on Livermore in both boys and girls water polo. But to get us started with football, it's my co-host, Tim Sobrani.
Great. Thank you, Ian. The Granada football team has a new look this season. Not only do the Matadors have a new head coach in Brandon Black, they're also replacing 31 graduated seniors. Recently, Granada went in search of their first victory of the year as they hosted the Heritage Patriots. And we pick up the action from Granada High School. Enthusiastic crowd on hand for a Friday night. There's Brandon Black. A lot of success at Doherty Valley and Dublin, looking to replicate that here at Granada. And one person that'll help him do that is running back Jordan Machado. Here we see him in the early going, getting a good gain there. And then again, this time breaking through several tackles to pick up positive yardage, even forces a Patriot to lose his helmet. He's only a junior. Tyler Nahn now passing to Peyton Richards. First down Granada as they continue to move the chains. Now again, Machado up the middle. Another first down after a 13-yard gain. And this time we'll see again, delayed handoff. And there's Machado. He runs all the way up the middle to the 5-yard line. And that'll set things up for Jack Badger. On third down, gets a 2-yard touchdown run. 8-minute drive. Matadors on top, in control early, 7-0. Then we see Granada continuing that momentum on defense. There's Noah Blake. Nice play there on the tackle. And then Heritage, we see the Patriots defense. They pop the ball loose. And this one would be recovered. Kamezi Noma. And then after the turnover, Heritage getting inside the one, the pass, Philip Babbitt to Charlie Blaze, and then Makai Adrenatus finishing it with a 3-yard touchdown run. So we are all knotted up at 7 apiece in the second quarter. But Granada continuing to stick what gave them success early. Jaden Machado there for a run. He would finish with 133 yards on the night on 24 carries. Now we see Tyler Nahn to Seth Sanchez, first down, Granada. And then Nahn again, passing to Sanchez again, who cuts through, 22-yard gain and a first down. He would finish 5 receptions, 61 yards on the night. And then Nahn to Sanchez, getting inside the 5. Nahn on the night, 19 of 27, 192 yards. But Granada would finish the drive. Esteban Duarte, 2-yard touchdown run. Granada back on top by a score of 14-7. Now Granada looking to continue to capitalize on that momentum. Good play there, linebacker Cody Phillips with the stop. Granada gets the ball back. Nahn over the top to Jack Badger, 21-yard gain. But the drive would end up stalling out as the Heritage defense stiffens. We see the sack there on Nahn. And Heritage would go on to win. You see the score there. They outscore the Matadors 21-11 in the second half as they rally for the victory. Philip Badbit led the way for Heritage, 181 yards passing and a touchdown. Jaden Machado pacing the Matadors, 133 yards rushing. So close a game for the Matadors, but they just came up a little bit short.
Yeah, a lot of positives, though, I think, from this game for Granada, in that Machado had a big game, Nahn played well, in that 8-minute drive. Really impressive for this team to control the ball like that.
And you see a lot with Coach Black. I mean, he mixes up the runs and the passing. He does a good job keeping defenses off balance. They put up 25 points on the board. They just kind of tired a little bit in the second half, but I look for them to bounce back as the year goes.
Yep, and that's going to do it for Granada. Up next, we'll have more football as Livermore takes on Castro Valley. Plus, a little bit later, we'll see the Livermore Livermore girls water polo team in action against Amador. Please stay with us. Welcome back to Tri-Valley Sports Final. For this week's Sports Final game of the week, we're featuring football. After qualifying for the North Coast Section playoffs 2 of the last 3 years, the Livermore Cowboys are hoping for more success this fall. The team returns a number of outstanding players, including first-team All-EBAL running back Kamari Robinson, who ran for over 2,100 yards last year, second-team All-EBAL quarterback Matteo Lordi, and a pair of All-League linemen. Recently, the Cowboys went in search of their first victory of the season as they hosted the Castro Valley Trojans. We go out to Livermore, packed house at Cowboy Alley. Head coach John Wade, his staff, and fans wearing shirts honoring their former defensive coordinator Scott Baswell, who recently passed away. And Livermore would play some tough defense. Up 15-0 in the second quarter, James Rogers is drilled by Luke Anderson. Matthew Benson and Jeremy Bibiano also help out on the play. Moments later, it's a bad snap. Rylan Ramirez picks it up, and he's immediately tackled by Griffin Lee. 4th and 6 now. Gavin Perkins dumps it off to Josh Brown. Brown is brought down short of the first down marker by Hayden Druba. Cowboys take over and hand to record-setting running back Kamari Robinson. There he goes, up the middle. Robinson is off to the races. 76-yard touchdown. At the half, Livermore extends their lead to 22-0. Robinson with another big night. Third quarter, Cowboys look to build on that advantage. They go to work on defense. Here, number 24, Anthony Cook, intercepts the pass in Castro Valley territory. Livermore now takes over on offense. Junior quarterback Matteo Lordi takes it up the middle for a nice gain. Kamari Robinson then gets the call. And this time he bounces it outside and turns the corner. Robinson's finally brought down at the 13, a 16-yard pickup. From there, Lordi fakes the handoff, rolls out, and connects with C.T. Harper inside the 5. Moments later, Lordi rolls out again. This time he decides to keep it himself. He crosses the goal line for the touchdown, 2-yard score. Cowboys increase their lead to 29-0. Next possession, Robinson gets the call, and again, he picks up big chunks of yardage. Another first down. The drive, however, stalls. Pass across the middle is tipped and intercepted by Anthony Mares. Trojans take over and try to get on the board. Rylan Ramirez up the middle for a first down. Ball would come loose, but he'd be ruled down. Ramirez would score a touchdown later in the drive to cut the lead to 29-6. More Livermore. Lordi to Robinson. He's close to a first down. Moments later, Robinson carries again, shedding tacklers for a first down at the Castro Valley 32. We move to the fourth quarter now. More Robinson as he carries inside the 25. That helps lead to this touchdown pass from Lordi to Matthew Benson. He crosses the goal line, 20-yard score. Lordi's third touchdown pass of the night, and his fourth TD of the game. Cowboys lead 36-6. And that would be more than enough. Here, Robinson runs for another first down. Livermore goes on to defeat Castro Valley 36-18. Matteo Lordi and Kamari Robinson lead the way as the Cowboys even their record at 1-1. And it was an emotional night for the team and school as they honored Coach Baswell. The Livermore High School athletic boosters sold Coach Baz memorial t-shirts and sunglasses to help raise funds for the family. And if you're interested in purchasing one of those items, just go to the Livermore High School Athletic Boosters website, and good cause and a tough night for them.
Yeah, a tough night. You could see the emotion on the players, and I think that's going to carry them throughout the whole season. Obviously, had an impact, and hearing some of the statements of the players in the press after, you could tell the impact that he had as a coach on them as individuals and as a team. And it's obviously tough dealing with that, but the community's really rallied around him, the family.
And we have a few other local scores in other games. Tristan Tia completes 16 of 18 passes for 267 yards and 3 touchdowns, 144 of those yards to Anthony Harrington as Amador routs Casumna's Oaks 54-6. Andre Lopez runs for 210 yards and 3 scores as undefeated American Canyon defeats Foothill 42-13. And Bo David throws for 267 yards and 2 TDs and runs for 140 yards and 2 touchdowns as Ukiah defeats Dublin 37-7. So Amador bounces back after losing to the Bay Area's 6th-ranked team El Cerrito last week. Foothill and Dublin go on the road and lose to good American Canyon and Ukiah teams.
Yeah, those are tough road trips for both teams. But Amador Valley, you knew even last week, even in the loss to El Cerrito, we saw signs they were close in that game. I think the game was a little closer than that final score. They're going to be a tough team this year. Even playing in the Mountain Division, I think they're still going to have some success.
And T is off to another great start, completing 75% of his passes, 4 touchdowns. He's over 500 yards, so picking up where he left off last season.
No, absolutely. From football now, we're going to go to girls water polo. Amador Valley Dons taking on the Livermore Cowboys. And there we go from the pool deck, EBL debut. And we see both the Cowboys and Amador Valley in this early going. And there we see the goal right there. Nice job. Is long pass, and that was Susan Sawyers who scored. This time we see the goal. It's Sawyers again. Amador Valley up 2-0. And now we see goalie Deepika Suresh making the save off of the shot from the Cowboys. And then Abigail Jones swims in and scores on the counter attack. So Amador Valley looking good early. But Livermore looking to cut into that deficit. Nice pass inside. Megan Belk finds Jaden Helm, and they cut their deficit to 3-1. Then we see the defense trying to keep the Cowboys in it. Olivia Van Buren making the save right there for Livermore. Amador Valley, though, defense also making a nice save. There we see Reagan Braga deflecting the pass. Livermore huddles with Coach Nathan Brandon. They're only trailing 3-1 after the first. And then we see some more good defense there. Livermore, Gabby McClung forcing the turnover. And then we see McClung and Lucy Ansel double team, but Van Buren making the save. But Amador Valley defense also doing a nice job. Susan Sawyers forcing the turnover. And then look at this nice long pass and long goal, I should say. Reagan Braga. And that kind of starts to break open a close game. Amador Valley Sawyers again, no-look goal, 5-1 at this point. And then we see Kate Hopkins swimming, fighting off the defender, gets up close, again under duress, and she finds the back of the net. Nice job there. And then Amador Valley, they just show they're so good on the counterattack. Look at that long pass. Reagan Braga, and a long goal. So Amador Valley up 7-1 at this point. Now Swires, she's swimming. Nice pass inside, one touch. Braga with the goal. Braga would finish the afternoon with 3 goals and 3 assists. And then as Livermore tries to mount a comeback, we see Deepika Suresh making a save after swimming out. There it is right there. Nice job. And Amador Valley, we got the new coach, Mia Batalega, former Amador first team All-EBL player, coaching up her squad. And we see the shot and score there for Livermore. So they get off to a good start in the third quarter. But Amador Valley defensively, we see Duresh continuing to make saves, not letting the Cowboys get back in it. And we'll finish it with this. The 2 key players offensively, Reagan Braga, Susan Swires. Swires, 7 goals, 2 assists, 4 steals. What a game for her and what a game for the Dons. You see Susan Swires, Reagan Braga combining for 10 goals and 5 assists, 5 steals. Dons win Amador has since gone on to defeat both St. Ignatius and Cal High, so they're hoping to make another run in the NCS playoffs.
Yeah, and they have one of the best players in the league in Swires. I mean, she's only a junior now, but she's been, her first 2 years, she's been outstanding. Mia Batalega taking over the head coaching role for Tim Riley. Tim Riley still helping out. He's the guy that led Amador to all their success the past few years, EBAL championship, NCS runner-up. So Dons are in good hands.
They're in great hands, and you got to like that tradition. You know, you keep it, you know, with the alumni running the program, and a lot of different talent. We see some talent in the goal as well, and I just love the way they counterattack those long passes and one touch, no look. I mean, just a lot of great things.
And that's going to do it for the girls. Up next, with the Amador and Livermore boys water polo teams in action. Please stay with us. Welcome back to Tri-Valley Sports Final. It's been a good start for the Amador boys water polo team. Dons are currently ranked 10th in the Bay Area News Group's water polo rankings. Recently, Amador looked to continue their winning ways as they went on the road to face Livermore. We go out to Livermore. Dons ready to go. They get on the board right away. Jake DeMichael, the long pass to Landon Kenny. Kenny fires it in. He was second team All EBAL last year. Amador grabs a 1-0 lead. Moments later, Kenny turns passer. He feeds to Michael, who scores right there in the corner. That makes it 2-0. Dons continue to light it up. Bryce Oneski with the laser. That makes it 3-0. Moments later, Oneski does it again as he takes the pass from Will Campbell and puts it in. The lead grows to 4-0. Now, Oneski looks for the shot, but finds an opening. Anthony Sowell, that makes it 5-0. Dons work it around now. DeMichael to Oneski. He loses the handle, but Sowell picks it up and scores once again. Amador's up 6-0. Dons now get out on the break. TJ Chandler ahead to Oneski. He scores his third goal of the match. That makes it 7-0. Livermore now gets on the board. Number 7, Jacob Niles with the goal. That cuts the lead to 7-1. Niles had 58 goals last season. Cowboys would come up with some big defensive plays as well. Here, junior goalie Karen Guerin deflects the shot away. Now some Amador defense. Jason Grell with the block. He's a senior. Late in the first quarter, Oneski feeds Kenny for the goal. At the end of one, Dons lead 8-1. Between quarters, Amador meets with Coach Ken Harmon. Cowboys, meanwhile, also discuss strategy, and they would start off with a big play as Karuna Guerin deflects the shot away. Dons, meanwhile, also crank up the defense. Tyler Keist and Evan Shackelford with the block. Grell hauls it in. Moments later, Grell climbs the ladder to pull down the shot. He had 7 saves. Livermore continues to attack though. The shot skips off the crossbar. Amador now looks to extend their lead. Gavin Heelig to Landon Kenny. The no-look goal, that makes it 9-1. Kenny does it again moments later as he gets past the defender. 1-on-1. He scores his 4th goal of the match. That makes it 10-1. This time, Shackelford passes to Sowell. Inside to Kenny for another goal. The lead grows to 11-1. Cowboys continue the battle though. Here Tyler Holm puts one in. But the Dons would be too much. Anthony Sowell takes off on a breakaway. 1-on-1 with the goalie. He scores. He finished with 3 goals and 2 assists. And this time, Grell blocks the shot. He then outlets to Jack Jorgensen. Ahead of the pack, Jorgensen puts it in. Big performance by Amador as they go on to defeat Livermore 20-5. Amador seniors Bryce Oneski and Landon Kenny combined for 12 goals and 5 assists as the Dons cruise. So Amador jumped out to a big first quarter lead, never looked back. And this was a good Livermore team last year. They qualified for NCS, had 14 wins. Lost some of those players. Aiden Chirika, their all-league goaltender, graduated. So did Nathan Thompson, but still a pretty good team if you got guys like Niles in there.
Yeah, I know Livermore is a good team, which makes this win even that much more impressive. Amador Valley looked fantastic, especially in the early going. They opened up that big lead. They jumped right out before you knew what did it. A wide open offense. I love. It's not station to station. It's long passes. They utilize the entire pool, spread out the defense, and they're very, very prolific.
And really, they don't. You can't really key on any one guy.
Right.
They're so balanced. A lot of top scorers on this team.
That's right. So we'll be back with more right after these messages. So please stay with us.
Welcome back to Tri-Valley Sports Final. Coming up on next week's show, we'll have more football. We'll see the Livermore Cowboys in action once again as they hosted Grigori Jaguars from Modesto. And that's become a pretty good series. They've split their last 4 meetings.
Yeah, they're usually pretty close games, a lot of times high scoring. Coach Wade always likes to schedule some of these out-of-section games. We saw that with week 1, now we see it here. So it gives his team a different look, some different opportunities.
Yeah, and we're also going to see the Dublin Gales in action. They take on the Heritage Patriots, who we saw earlier in the show. It's Dublin's home opener, so there's going to be a lot of excitement out at Gales Stadium.
Yeah, the Napoleon Kaufman era at Gales Stadium begins with that one. And Heritage making their way through the E-Ball. They played Foothill, they played Granada at them. Maybe we need to give them a membership application.
Right, exactly.
They're playing the entire league.
Yeah, we're also going to see the Dublin girls volleyball team and the girls water polo team in action. Volleyball team, a huge road win this week against Amador.
Yeah, I know. And Coach Kevin Kramer is a fantastic coach. He had a lot of success at the community college, and I think over time he's going to build a very successful program at Dublin. And, it's good to see the water polo program growing as well at the high school.
And that's going to do it for this edition of Tri-Valley Sports Final. Tim Sabrani, I'm Ian Bartholomew. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next week.
I'm an actor in an ad that was given 12 seconds to remind you that if you're high, just don't drive. Because if you feel different, you drive different. It's illegal to drive high everywhere anyway.
Eyes forward. Don't drive distracted.